So you bought the old amplifier. The pots, they're scratchy, they sound bad. Let me show you how to clean them up. Okay, this is an old bass amplifier that I got at a thrift store. I got it not working, 4 parts only. However, it works just fine. Just the pots need to clean. They're pretty gunked up. They need a good cleaning. Well, let's get started. Take off all these screws that are holding this back plate off. And then it looks like 3 screws here hold it to the top and maybe a couple screws here to hold it in. This shouldn't be hard at all, especially with an electric screwdriver. Let's get cooking. Those are machine screws, so you can tell right away that they are in fact attached to the chassis. Okay, I can see it starting to sag. I'm gonna let the screws on top support it while I take the bottom chassis off. That way it won't sag down too much. I should be able to just take this back cover right off. Now I can get a better look at my amplifier and chassis. Just disconnect the speaker, paying attention to which wire goes where. And I'm going to finish the amplifier disassemble by removing the 3 screws that are in the front of the chassis. I wasn't sure how it was supported, so that's why I was holding on to it. And it looks like it's going to lift right out. If you've gone this far and you have your amplifier apart, go ahead and take the time to clean out the inside, brush it out, use an air duster to get whatever you loosen up. But you get the idea. Clean it out while it's apart. This is not a bad cabinet at all. Let's bring our amplifier back up. And I'll give you a little view there. We are here to address these potentiometers. Oh. Yeah, that one barely turns. Same here. Yeah, they are all gunked up and bad. And it's been in a smoking environment. Now on these particular ones, you can attack them from that hole in the top, which is really convenient to get it soaked in there good. Or if you can get to the other side, you can give it a good liberal spray up under the cover. Either way is good. Either way is much better than trying to do it from the front. I think I have a Mandela effect with this, but I think there was a time when pots had little holes in the front you could just squirt through the dial. Or maybe I'm just making that up, but that would be convenient. I'm using CRC contact cleaner and protectant. People just kind of refer to it as Deoxit, but that's a brand name and that's an expensive brand. I find that this is just about the same or exactly the same at a much lower price. But if you like Deoxit, use Deoxit or whatever you like that says contact cleaner on it. Just don't use WD-40 or silicone lube or any kind of lubrication. That is not what you want. You only want cleaning with a solvent that evaporates quickly so nothing gets left behind. So I'm just using the plastic nozzle, handing it right in top of that opening and soaking her up. And then I'm going to give it a few good turns and you can, yeah. It's like it's been stuck in the mud and it's just coming unstuck. Much better. And I'm going to try to get some up underneath of the cover. Looking good. And then I'm going to repeat for the rest of the pots. Trying to soak them down a little bit and then go back and I'll do the spin and then give them another spray out. Yeah, these knobs on the EQ, they probably didn't get moved too much. So they were kind of glued in place by the tar and nicotine that this was exposed to. Oh no, not too bad. Maybe I'll have some background music here. Something to move your head to. That one feels great. Yeah, there we go. That's it. Level, treble, mid, and bass all feel still kind of sticky. And they all feel much better. Freely travel. You can see there's contact cleaner leaking out here, but that's okay. That will quickly evaporate. I prefer isopropyl alcohol and just brushing it off, but this works too. And I'm gonna let that dry up, put the amplifier back together, and we'll be done. Okay, so it's had a chance to dry. Go ahead and put it back in its home. Just set in there right like that. But remember, we have to get these front chassis screws first. Because those are anchoring into metal, I feel pretty comfortable just torquing them down. And I can proceed to put my back cover back on. And again, these are the machine screws. Be careful not to mix those up. And because this is a big boom and bass amplifier, I'd prefer to have everything nice and tight. I don't want anything loose and rattly or jangly. I will not do that to the screws that are just screwing into the particle board. These are wood screws. So they got the pointy bottom, so they dig into wood. Now, if I found that these screw holes were all rounded out and sloppy, I would probably fill them with some toothpicks and wood glue and redo it. But in this case, I'm just gonna use a little care, not torquing them down at all. See, there's nothing there even. So that's digging in. There's nothing there. That one's stripped. That one's stripped. So is that one. And that's it. The amplifier's back together and it's ready to play. So let's plug it in just to make sure everything works and that nothing sounds scratchy or bad. This one's still a little scratch to it. That was the really bad one that was not working at all. So, not too bad. It sounds much better than it did. I admit it's still got a little bit of scratch to it. But this is an amplifier that cost me about $9, so I'm not complaining. Sounds good enough for me. So that's going to be the end of this video. I hope that it was helpful for you just to see me take apart an amplifier and clean the pots. Maybe it'll give you the little edge you need to just go ahead and do it yourself instead of paying somebody else to do it, because when you're spending $9 for something, you don't want to spend another 90 to get it fixed. Do it yourself. Little spray, little deoxit, little contact cleaner. Spray the pots out real good, and I guarantee your amplifier is going to sound better. So until next time, take care of yourself, enjoy your gear, and peace.